Hey everybody, today, well what's left of it because it's 11:43 p.m. is Friday, October 23rd, and it's time for my sketchbook review. I'm doing it early because I have to study for my finals all weekend long because I really have to do good on my finals since I bombed my hussy. And yeah, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be jumping around a little bit in the book because I did a little bit of work at different points. I kind of had art blocks, so I went back, started practicing my inking on some of the sketches I had done. Like last week, this was not inked, and I inked it up until, well, kind of the point to where I had it kind of defined, and that was my Piper picture where I had her kind of curling around in a contortionist sort of thing to get to a safe. And I inked this. I actually live streamed this, so it turned out pretty good. But yeah, so I'm doing this early, getting it done and out of the way, so that way it'll be up and ready for everybody first thing Saturday. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to get it done, and I needed a break because my head's gonna explode. Too much information is going in. So first thing we got here is Donald, Jose, and Pancho. This initially was just going to stay a sketch, and then I went back and inked it because I needed a little bit of inking practice. You know what I'm going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. Because I'm casting a weird shadow on it. Don't mind my messy floor because I'm actually out in my workout room here, and I'm right next to the nice warm fire where I want to be because it's warm, and there's a cat. This is my feral baby. She will kill you. But she's being very nice right now because she's in kitty warm heaven. So yeah. But yes, okay, so back to the art. I've got Donald, Pancho, and Jose. And I stayed as true to the content as possible. Within the cartoon, Jose does smoke. And I know that back in, oh god, when was it? I want to say like the 60s or 70s, maybe even the 50s. I don't remember. But for all of you youngins, they did used to allow smoking in cartoons. I believe Bugs Bunny originally was supposed to have a cigar, and then they changed it to a carrot at the last minute because it just made more sense and, I don't know, more family friendly. Don't mind my foot there. I just kind of need to extend my leg. Anyway, but Jose does smoke in it. I mean, his cigar gets taken from him pretty quick, but in a lot of the old cartoons, you'd see Donald drinking and womanizing and all that stuff. So I stayed as true to it as possible. And then I went back and inked it. And it was a lot of fun because it forced me kind of out of my little zone of what I draw and everything. Because drawing chickens is hard because their beaks are weird. And Jose's a parrot, which wasn't that difficult, but yeah. But no eyebrows. I mean, they have like eyebrow ridges. It's crazy. But whatever, I had a lot of fun doing it. And then the next thing I kind of did was sort of a mini comic here. Just because I was thinking about Militia and... Did I say Militia? Yeah, I did. And Scarlet. And people who follow me for a while or have followed Scarlet, that's like a terrible angle, have followed Scarlet have all noticed, like most of them have noticed that she's always like wearing this locket. And the joke is like, why is she wearing that locket? Everybody wants to know what's in the locket. So I finally decided to answer the question. So kind of got Militia here, kind of teasing Scarlet, is like asking her what's in the locket. And she's kind of in the next one accusing Militia of being jealous that there might be another Duckybus. Did I write Duckybus? Yes, I did. Duckybus. And Militia's like, oh no, is like, no, I have this bet going with Tony about what's in it. And she says that he thinks it's a man, and Scarlet asks like, oh, well, what do you think it is? But she just says, and you, whatever. I'm going to add a little filler in here. And Militia says, someone you hate, which actually isn't a bad guess. Now, her creator had, Militia's creator had nothing to do with this. This is all me just doing this junk. And it's not a bad guess. Scarlet is pretty twisted in that way. But, so she says, okay, fine, I'll just show you. And then she goes ahead and takes it off and opens it and hands it to Militia. And Militia sees that it's actually empty. And Alicia's like, oh, well, I bet there's a story behind this. And Scarlett's like, yep. And she's like, you gonna tell me? And she's like, nope. And Alicia calls her a bitch. The end. So I was just having fun with that. And then there's a picture here of Pancho and Lily, because in the DV roleplay, Pancho and Lily are married, but he was gone. Okay, he was gone when I was drawing this, and then he came back, so whatever. That's what happens, but he was gone. And I was just imagining how the first introduction was made, and I just see him as being very overwhelming for little Lily, because, you know, I just see her as, like, not timid, but reserved, like, and proper, and he's just, like, in your face, excitable, and kind of like her polar opposite. And I really enjoyed the dynamic between the two of them, so I do love them. I did. That was supposed to be, this was funny, like, in my head. It was gonna be Lily, of course she looks freaky, and Pancho again, but they're, like, playing poker. And he decided to kind of mess around with her and be, oh, well, let's make it strip poker. Like, every time you win a hand, you get to pick up article of the other person's clothing to take off. And so she's winning over there because, you know, that's usually how it goes, is, you know, you challenge somebody and then you end up losing. And he's, like, not happy at all because, like, he can't figure out how she learned how to play poker. And yeah, I just thought it was cute. Like, this cute idea of, oh, he's kind of trying to trick her because she doesn't know how to play poker, and he's gonna, you know, get her to get all her clothes off and just embarrass her and all that good fun stuff, and then it blows up in his face. This was a cute picture of Lily and Pancho. See, I kind of got on a Lily and Pancho trip, and I just kind of kept doodling them. It was fun, just because, like, it's there, you know, Lily doesn't get enough art anyway. And Pancho, I've never drawn him before, so it was interesting to do. But it was kind of like they were cuddling together, and she's got her hand up on, is it the bridge? Is it a bridge? I don't remember, whatever. And he's strumming the guitar, so, like, they're playing a duet. It's cute. It's cute. Look at it. It's so cute. And I only inked this portion because I got tired of the picture. I'm so lazy. So, yeah. That's why it's only partially inked. And then I did some quick sketches for live stream. Human Piper kind of doing her thing. And then I was trying to do a sexy Mako, and it just didn't turn out. I make his face too, like, everything I make is too wide and too short sometimes. It's like, it's so frustrating. I just really couldn't draw. This is where I started running into issues of I'm running out of ideas to draw. Then I drew a butthurt bear with a little teardrop. And I drew a stick figure with a top hat and a cane. And I believe it was supposed to be somebody, but I can't remember. I was saying something about it, and then I just, like, I gave up. And then I was trying to draw, like, this sexy witch and the pumpkin, and it just kind of didn't turn out, so I kind of quit. And then I drew Donald from Kingdom Hearts. And, you know, he's wearing his little wizard hat. I hate that wizard hat. I won't lie. Hate that wizard hat. But whatever. And then Jiminy Cricket's coming down saying nice hat, and he's holding up his top hat, and then Goofy's just kind of over here like, what the F is going on? He's clearly bent down because obviously he's much taller than Donald, but I just started sketching him in, and then I just kind of gave up. And then on this page was just some stuff that was not important to me. I was just trying to break up my art block, and then I decided to just do some fan art to just work it out, shake it off, and get something done. And this is Meg from Hercules, Disney's Hercules. Copic markers, Pentel brush pen, and white Sakura jelly roll. It turned out really good. I got to use some of my new colors on here because the purple was a new color, and it's just this really pale light purple that I really like. And the blue that I got to go along with it, not with it, but I bought them at the same time, actually turned out to be a really good shade tone for the purple because purple's such a cold color. And it, like, turned out beautifully. I'm super happy with it. So This turned out really good. I didn't expect it to. I was just kind of trying to do something to do something. It was crazy. And then I was working on a picture of Piper because like all of our trees have turned and the leaves are falling right now. Oh, I gotta snap my elbow. And of course it's holding the camera. And I was gonna do a picture of her underneath like a really, really bright yellow orange tree. And she's just kind of leaning on it and like the wind is blowing her hair and caressing it. But I kind of didn't finish it, which is like the story of my life, so whatever. But let me peruse through here really quick and see if there was anything else that I inked further back that I haven't showed you guys, because I did go through and ink some stuff that, oh yeah, I inked Anubis with my Pentel brush pen. I thought I inked something before this too, so I'm gonna have to double check. And I started making mistakes on his hair and I was getting kind of mad about it, but I did. I inked Anubis. He got some nice dark lines going. Just a quick check here. I don't want to miss anything. Because I mean, as part of my artwork that I've been doing is going through and sometimes re-inking just because I need the practice. I don't have as much control over my brush pen as I wish I did, so you know, the more practice the better. The problem is that I've been inking all month, and that's not a problem really, but I just kind of feel like it's like, ugh, I'm still not as good as I was hoping I would be after a month of inking, but it takes time. Oh yeah, I did ink this too. I inked the Piper picture. So, and that actually I think is, I do believe is the last one. Of course, I forgot to ink this side of it because I don't pay attention the way I should, but yeah. So this actually was turning out really nice too. But I honestly think that that is it. So yeah. And then you guys have all seen this, so. So if you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe and comment below. I will be officially done with this half semester on Monday afternoon. My final is Monday afternoon. I'm probably going to come home and pass out just because the stress from the exam is going to be so incredible. And I will have until November off. So it's not a whole lot of time, but it's a little bit of time. It's about a week. So I'll probably do quite a bit of drawing in the meantime on my break because I have nothing else to do. There's no pre-assignments to do for this next half semester, thank God. But yeah, so I'll have a little bit of time there to kind of catch up on my sleep, get things organized for next semester, start some of my exam review because I have my NCLEX, you know, a couple months after I graduate and all that good fun stuff. But yeah, so there should be more art starting next week, a little bit more art, hopefully more stuff like this, because this makes me feel accomplished. I mean, all of my inking stuff that I've been doing, I feel pretty accomplished with it too, but colors just bring it home for me. So I want to try and get more color stuff done this next 7 weeks or so. But again, if you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe, comment below, and I will see you guys in the next sketchbook review.